What's going on, boys? How we doing? People in the future, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream. If you guys are watching this video in the future, not live, we're going to be covering a betrayal situation. I don't think it's a misunderstanding anymore. I think it's, I think it is a betrayal situation from what I know, obviously, but obviously this stream is to get to the bottom of it. Let me just share this link out and let's get some people involved, All right, let's get some people involved. Wait, hang on. Yeah, this is the one. How we doing? Why do you have two streams? I don't have two streams. Wait, what? Rock is never boring. So many headlines for you. It's KVK season. It's Kingsland season, I should say. Kingsland season, there's always a betrayal. What's going on, Brian? Game Breaker, how we doing, my brother? My brother Sergio workout. But yo, guys, I'm just gonna quickly share this link out. I'd appreciate. But yeah, we're gonna get all perspectives. We're gonna get to the bottom of it, guys. You already know how it all starts. We already know how the story sort of gets to this point. Both sides are claiming. I'd like to see it. Both sides will obviously claim the other. Each side has betrayed, and then you're like, why? How did they betray? And then they start with their story, and then the other side's like, no. This is what happens. They betrayed us because of so on and so and so. But I'll explain my part from what I know, obviously, for you guys to understand. And then, okay, I'll go live now and discuss it. Obviously, I'm gonna explain to you guys what I think happened, and then we can get to the bottom of it. Get to the bottom of it. Guys, I'm muted. Badman3365. I thought you were Batman. Brother Schmuck Live AF these days. Yo, my brother. Live betrayal. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this, yeah? Let's get these, let's get to the bottom of this betrayal, guys, yeah? You already know me. Schmuck the Judge. Yeah? Schmuck the Judge. Schmuck the Judge. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this this betrayal. Find out who actually. Yo, hang on a second. I'm muted. Yeah. Can't talk. Let's see. Nene is the one that actually has all the information. He's got all the screenshots. Guys, if you're in that kingdom, share this out. If you're in that kingdom, share this out. Okay. Bro, it's 3365, not 3355. Yeah, no worries, my brother Venom. Join my Discord. Hang on, let me just get the link to my Discord and give it to this brother over here. Guys, I'm gonna show you guys some screenshots as well that I've been saving regarding this betrayal, and hopefully you guys as viewers can also come to a conclusion. Whose side are you on? Are you on the side of the oppressors, or are you on the side of the oppressed? Because some camps in here, they're siding with the oppressors. From my perspective, obviously. Who knows? Maybe they're not the oppressors. Maybe they are the ones being oppressed. Obviously. I'm gonna share with you guys exactly what I know. Yo, where the hell is my Discord link, man? I'm trying to find it. Schmuck. Let me see if this is my Discord link. Oh yeah, no, it's not. Yo, guys, who's got my Discord? A link to my Discord? Share it with me, please, in the chat. All eyes on Schmuckster. What's going on, my brother Car, man? Good to see you, my brother. Oppressors, always? No way, Car, man. Somebody share the link to my Discord, man, please. All right. Okay. Pure clickbait? What do you mean? This is a betrayal, my brother. Look at this. Look at this. Look at what's happening. These guys, red and orange, were not in the scene. They weren't even in the scene. Now they're pushing in. So these other kingdoms that weren't involved, that obviously they were enemies at one point, are pushing in. One side is helping this side, one side is helping the other side. It's 3365, not 3355. Where'd you get 3355 from? Is that the title of this video? Hang on, let me just see. Is this another... Wait a second, what is going on? Yo! This is completely wrong. Oh my god, 1 second guys, 1 second, 1 second. 1 second, 1 second. This is completely wrong. The link has been flagged. Yo guys, oh my god. Yeah, no, the link is completely wrong. What is going on? Yo, guys, refresh maybe. Refresh. Maybe I'll end the stream and then I'll start a new one. Guys, actually no, that's too much nonsense. Too much nonsense. All right, let me save this. Yeah, I've changed it. I changed it. Mass report. Everyone needs to take this down. Take it down. No. It's not a field fight. It's an actual betrayal. It's an actual betrayal, guys. People are divided into 2 different links. Hang on a sec. There's people on the other side waiting for this stream, and then there's people on... Yeah, no, I'm sharing the wrong link. 1 second. There's 10 people waiting on the other one. All right, my bad. Let me take the other thing. Guys, that is such a newbie thing to do. I'm not gonna lie. I've never made that mistake before. 1 second. All right, I'm gonna share this link now. 2 sec. That was the wrong link. My bad. Wrong link. Wrong link. Sorry guys, technical difficulties. I had people waiting on the other stream and I had people waiting on this stream. Oh my god. Technical difficulties. That's the wrong one. Hang on, let me give the right link out. I was thinking why Hank said, there we go, this is the right one. All right, let's share the new link out. My bad, guys. But yeah, we're gonna be discussing this betrayal properly, and you guys as viewers can decide who betrayed who. All right, I'm gonna share it out now. Guys, I had like people on the other end waiting. I had like 2 streams basically. Sorry, new link. And then this people on this stream were like, I don't know how you guys even found me. But yeah, I was drunk. That's drunk. New link. Sorry. There we go. Live betrayal. We're gonna get some people from Wind Camp on voice. They're gonna explain their side. We're gonna get some people hopefully from I believe Fire Camp. I've got the DKP. I'll show you guys a DKP. New link. My bad. I'll show you guys DKP. I'll show you guys what some of these guys are saying. All good. Here's a new link, guys. Here's a new link. Gabby said I got the notification. Turbo says mistakes happen, my brother. No problem. Yeah, man. This was a weird mistake, though. I'm not gonna lie. Very weird mistake. Live betrayal. Okay. I think that's it. I think that's enough chats. All right. Maybe one more chat. And then that's it. What the hell? How many chats am I in? Okay, I think that's it. I can talk about it. I'm from Water. Yo, C-Wiz, you're from Water? No way, my brother. C-Wiz, you're in this mess? Schmuck carrying with the new Betrayal stream. Yeah. No, this is an exciting one. All right, so let me just break it down from what I know, guys. Obviously, you guys are eager to find out what happened. Some of you guys don't know. Let me just share this properly in my own Discord. New link. Betrayal. Some of you guys are very, very curious to know who betrayed who and why. I'll explain to you guys. Obviously, I don't know the full story, guys, and I say this in every stream, okay? Because I don't wanna label a kingdom to be betrayers, and obviously they get a lot of heat for it. And then obviously it kind of backfires on me, and it kind of ruins my credibility. But to get to the bottom of it, basically, to give you guys a gist, you've got water camp over here. Sorry, not water camp. You've got wind camp over here, and you have water camp on the left side. And then you have fire, and you have earth. Okay. So obviously, wind camp for earth at the top in their zone 5, and they pass 7, and then Kingsland, and then water fought fire. Fire lost, earth lost, and these two won. As usual, DKP discussions come into play. What's happening? The stars for DKP, you know how they are. They have to agree on something. They have to say, how are we getting the star? Who's basically getting the star at the very end of it? Is it going to be based on DKP? Is it not? So on and so forth. According to the diplomacy that I've seen, it's based on DKP. And Waterside lost DKP. So they lost the DKP. Okay? And Wind, Wind was like, well, basically we get the star, right? Some dispute happened. Water now claims that Wind was manipulating DKP. And this is very common, by the way. Extremely common. Like, yo, they manipulated it. This is how they won. This is what's going on. A very, very common thing to do in those kingdoms. Obviously, some of these guys don't want to accept loss. You know, they don't want to accept that they don't get the star. They're a stronger kingdom, more powerful in this sense. And they're like, yeah, nah, mate, we're gonna initiate the first attack. My brother Destroyer says, I'm here to push on in 777. So bored. No worries. What's going on, my brother Woodaddy Shrek? Throw them to Diddy. Anyways, we got some people from Wind who are coming to explain their story. But here are some stats. Here are some stats that I can show you guys for the time being. And I'm going to quickly also show you guys the DKP, so you guys can obviously make up your own mind. You guys can decide what really happened, you know? Guys, what do you guys think? Should the star be based on DKP nowadays? Or is that like another indicator to start betrayals, man? Because these betrayals are just way too common, even with DKP, you know? It's upsetting. It's very, very upsetting, you know? All right, let's get this, Also show Discord conversation that got leaked from Wind Camp. Oh, okay, I would love to see that. I would love to see that discussion. All right, so here's the stats for this KVK. You've got Wind, and you have Water. It seems like Wind is the stronger camp. I don't know why water's... Usually the stronger camp tries to bully the smaller camp if they lose in DKP, but it seems like wind is the stronger camp in this sense, just based on kill points, obviously. And then you have earth and fire. Fire seems to be the weakest one. They lost to water, obviously. And wind beat the strongest camp, which was earth. Earth, what is, according to kill points, the strongest camp in this point. From looking at this, I'm not gonna lie, it does look like wind is more likely to get DKP. And it seems like they did, because, hang on a sec. Hang on a sec, let me just show you guys. Here we go. Just go show you guys the stats. Here's the DKP. Look at the purple section at the very right side, guys. You guys see this? DKP. Earth got the most, because obviously they're the strongest camp. Wind second, and then water following wind, and then obviously fire. And water just didn't want any of it, so they're trying to get the star now. But obviously water's argument is wind was manipulating DKP, so it's a bit crazy. Yeah, hello brother Sahil. Betrayal, my brother Sahil. Betrayal, man, betrayal. We're trying to cover this betrayal, my brother. Is the kitchen the woman? What the hell is going on about? Yeah. So to fill you guys in even more, Earth Camp over here took the opportunity to ally with water and push wind out. And obviously the only time this happens is if, because these guys fought in zone 5, there must have been some animosity towards each other. And this is why I always tell the kingdoms, whoever you fight in zone 5, try to keep a good relationship. I know you're enemies at the start, but you have to keep a good relation. You have to keep good relations, because when things kick off and somebody gets betrayed, if the kingdom has any honor, they will defend the people that are getting betrayed. But this time, these guys just don't like wind, and they were like, yeah, forget this, we're gonna help water. Okay? And also Fire's End over here. Most of the kingdoms from Fire decided to come and help wind out, but there is one kingdom that decided to sit, like basically not even enter, because they're exhausted, and that's Kingdom 3365. I've got the King of 3365 who is going to join me in the call, so we're going to see what goes on in that sense. Venom, let's go. Yo, Venom, are you in my Discord? You know what? Forget my Discord. Let me just call you directly, my brother Venom. I've turned down the music.
Hey man, can you hear me?
I can hear you, my brother. Can you guys hear him? Guys, tell me if you guys can hear brother Venom in the chat, please, yeah? I think they can hear you. Chat can hear you.
Okay, so let me just clarify one thing. The reason we didn't, participate is not because we are exhausted. We are not exhausted.
Okay.
The reason we are not, participating is that we decided not to be a part of both of the sides, because both of the sides are betraying each other.
Yo,
and there's,
what? Okay, go on, sorry,
yeah,
go on. Yo, okay, all right, so I got it all wrong, basically. Go on, bro, tell the story, man. Why am I talking? Go ahead, my brother.
So there's nothing for us to get at the end if we're just gonna waste our speed ups and resources, if you get my point.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it all started after Kingsland. The water camp, they reached out the earth camp, and just how you explained, they said that wind camp was manipulating the stats, and they were. Have you mentioned that they also tried to say that wind camp was toxic on Lost Kingdom chat, and they were insulting the water camp? Have you mentioned it?
No, I didn't mention it, but I did hear it from, I think, the king of water camp. They said there is some derogatory remarks, so maybe like being racist or something. Like what does that mean? Like, are they being like toxic in Lost Kingdom chat?
I don't know, man. I try to avoid the Lost Kingdom champ, but it doesn't matter because the star is to be decided on the DKP, not on some, someone bullying the other camp.
Okay.
Anyhow, so our camp decided to help water out, and we have a Vietnamese kingdom in our camp,
Right.
1844.
Right.
If you know.
Hmm.
And the Ark camp has Vietnamese kingdom as well, 3203. So our Vietnamese, they are gonna migrate to 3203 after the KVK. So that is the sole reason why 1844 is helping the Earth camp with water camp against the wind camp.
So hang on, wait a second. Is there someone from your camp that's helping water camp as well? And then there's some people in your camp that are helping wind? Like your camp is basically divided, and then you guys are just chilling. You're not doing anything.
Yeah, we are divided in three parts. One is helping water, the other one is helping wind, and then there is us. We are just chilling in zone 4, man.
Damn, no wonder why you guys decided to just sit this one out. So there's a Vietnamese kingdom in your camp who's helping water, and then there's the other side who are like, no, we're gonna help wind because this is an unfair situation. And so basically your camp is like, one side is safe with water. Let me just show it on stream. This side is safe with water, and then this side is fighting Earth.
Yeah, so the guys that are fighting with us, they believe that the wind camp should get the star since they are the one with the higher DKP, and it is the right thing to do to help them out. That is what they believe.
Schmuck, you got the evidence from wind, water side, or just fire? My brother, I'm trying to get the evidence from all sides. I'm not just trying to hear fire side. Obviously, fire, it's very urgent. My brother Venom, he said he's got to do some errands, so I brought in fire first to hear their perspective, because they're the one, or his kingdom is currently sitting it out, and they basically wanted to share their perspective of how things are going. But apparently, like he said, one of the kingdoms is Vietnamese, planning to migrate to water camp, so they're trying to defend them, and then there's another side that's trying to fight the other end.
Yeah, exactly. And I can send you all the evidence after we stop chatting, and then you can show it to the guys after we're done.
Yeah, no, look, obviously after this stream, I'm going to do a proper video breaking down everything. This is just my first sort of observation seeing this. I'm part of TKC Betrayal team. I got the entire win side. Okay, sounds good, my brother. I mean, if you could share that across, that would be good for the stream as well. Samuel says traitors. Bobby's here. My brother Riddle. Slyrax, it's a for real betrayal, KD. Wait, bro, I played with 3227 6 months ago, and now another betrayal. Okay, so brother Slyrax is saying these guys have some history in betrayal. I didn't really hear of the betrayal from the past, but 3227 is a Orwell winner. They basically won season 8, so that's the previous season in Sobek. I forgot what it's called, Sobek region or whatever it's called. 3367 still, which is fun. Told it's me. You guys are just having your own little chat. But listen, my brother Venom, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you coming on and sharing your end. But just quickly, brother Venom, why do you think both sides are betraying each other? What makes you say that? What does that even mean?
Okay, so the first side, the obvious one, the water betraying the wind camp, it is solely because of the DKP.
Okay.
I mean, what else can be the reason? Like you explained earlier in the video that it is usually the stronger camp bullying the weaker camp, but it is the opposite in this case.
Yeah, it is the opposite.
Yeah, and the reason for that is the star.
Okay. Fair enough. Sounds good.
And then,
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
And then 3 kingdoms from our camp, they decided to help Wind out against the Earth camp, which is our ally basically, and they decided to help Wind out on the principle of that the Wind camp has the higher DKP, so they should get the star on that principle.
Okay, that sounds good, but why does that make Wind the betrayers? You're saying they're both betraying each other. How does that make Wind part of a betrayal? Does that make sense? or are you just talking about your own
I'm
sort of?
not talking about the wind. I'm talking about the kingdoms in fire camp
Oh,
and the water
okay,
camp.
okay. Sounds good, sounds good. No, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate coming on and sharing Fire's perspective. I appreciate that, my brother.
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to clear my name out and my kingdom's name out. We are not participating in any betrayal. 65 is not helping any side.
Okay, this is 65. Venom's. Is this your kingdom or Seagull? I don't know who's the king, but I
Yeah,
appreciate you
yeah.
coming in, my brother. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
You can say I'm a leader.
You can say you're a leader. All right, no worries. Thank you, man. Let's see. Where can I send you screenshots? In my Discord, my brother. Let me just quickly share the Discord link in the chat. If you guys want to hop on and share some screenshots, I'd appreciate that. I'd appreciate that, guys. Slyrax is sharing some crazy betrayals of 3227. I see you, my brother. And then Nene is also sharing some stuff from Wind. Okay, very, very nice. Yo, Nene, I don't know if you're watching this live. I don't know if you're watching this live, Nene, but if you can also hop on the Discord call, I'd appreciate that. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly share this link out, guys. Because for some reason, when I'm streaming, I can't see my own Discord link. Do I have to turn off like streamer mode or something? Alright, what's that all about? But yeah, my brother Venom, you've been a legend in this. Thank you so much for explaining Fire's perspective. So right now, really, it's a lot of people are against Wind right now because they've got Earth against them, and then they've got maybe a divided Fire camp against them. Is that true? Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Two kingdoms from our camp, 1844 and 2127. They both are helping the water camp against the wind camp.
Okay, makes sense, my brother. Listen, man, I appreciate you, my brother. Thanks for coming on, guys. Here's my Discord link. I'm gonna share it literally in the chat. I'm gonna pin it as well, if I can. If you guys have any sort of evidences you want to come forth, any screenshots, I'm more than happy to take them in and share this out. Watch Schmuck's Discord link. I've already shared it. Sister Elite or whatever your name is. Okay. Thank you, my brother Venom. Nene, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this, Nene. And Slyrax. This is a screenshot that I received from Slyrax saying that 3227 is not new to betrayals. They've got some history betrayal. Obviously, guys, listen, what I'm sharing right now is not to accuse these guys of a full-on betrayal. Please get that straight. Last time this happened, a couple of guys were upset. They were like, listen, you made it very clear you were saying we're the betraying. I'm just trying to get the story straight so obviously people know what exactly happened. Because obviously, a lot of people spend a lot of money in this game. A lot of people spend a lot of time, a lot of organization. And for kingdoms that were once allied to end up betraying each other and then other parties get involved, and it really becomes depressing. A lot of people quit from this type of stuff, you know? So it's very important that we get the story straight. We bring some justice to some of these guys and make it very, very fair, guys. I'm not a biased guy, please. A lot of people are like, yo, you're biased, you're only hearing one side, this and that. Trust me, if I can get all sides, I'll do it in one live stream, you know? How we doing? Ratu, you're awake at this time. How we doing, Freya-chan? Good to see you guys, good to see you guys. Let's see if Nene is able to... Thanks, bro. Here are some screenshots that I'm going to be sharing out as well. We're going to get Nene in here, and then hopefully we can get somebody from... Nene, if you can hear me, please join General Voice 1. And this is the Kingdom mail from 65, by the way, saying that they don't want to get involved with all of this drama. Okay? This is the Kingdom mail from 3365. Okay? Schmuck, where's your opinion? How can Lilith stop these betrayals from happening? I don't think they can stop it. I think it's part of the game, you know? I think, unfortunately, General voice 1. I'll move you. I think it's just part of the game, unfortunately, you know? I think it's just part of the game. And the only way it can stop is if we have some honorable people in diplomacy. Maybe, because look, Lilith did do something that made betrayals less common. And they kind of removed the priority from the star and they made all-touch shareable. Because a lot of people just want the all-touch, right? That's the most important thing. Getting all-touch, getting those inscriptions, those legendary inscriptions, giving them to your members. It's not really about stars anymore. Nobody cares about stars. Eventually, stars' value is going to be reduced so much that nobody's not really going to care about stars. A lot of kingdoms are getting stars every single KVK, you know? So it's not going to be about stars anymore. It's really about all-touch. Slowly, kingdoms are stopping the betrayals. And hopefully, you know, we report enough kingdoms, we do enough live streams, we can we get to the bottom of it. Oh, hello, Nene. Can you hear me?
Hi, yes.
One second, guys. Can you hear Nene? She's actually, you're quite low on my end. One second. Let me just put your volume up. Can you hear me? Yeah. Let's test this.
Yes, I can hear you well. Yep.
Okay. No worries. Welcome, Nene, to the stream. You're on Wynn's side, right? You sent me a bunch of screenshots, so I do apologize. It's really difficult for me to go through all of these. So share it with me one by one, and just tell me, what would you like me to show on stream first?
So I guess let's just go by the timeline order.
Okay, so start from the beginning.
So I already sent you the stats pre-KVK stats. So you can see it that water is stronger than fire, and I am, statically speaking, I am weaker than earth. So that's why we decided to ally up with each other and do a 2 versus 2. And then we decided to do schedule scan stats. So we agreed to use scan or data to decide for every reward any kind of reward distribution.
Okay.
So I did ask them to use a third-party service, but they refused to do so, and they said that we can use Pro Kingdom since it's free. And I say yes, but Pro Kingdom doesn't like separate T4 and T5 kill. They say, oh, that's okay because they can just like look at like the overall. And I say, okay, if that's fine for them, then that works with me too, since I'm gonna use a third-party service no matter what.
Okay. So you decided to go with third-party service no matter what, so that obviously it's a bit more fair, right?
Right. So I use rock stats, meaning they can have access to my dashboard at any time that they want, and they can use that stats and they can like have access to it at any given point of the whole KVK. So in case there's any question or any problem with the stats, they can always ask me right there and then. So they didn't do that. They waited until now, and they say that we are manipulating stats and we are somehow getting fake stats. So I told them, I counter argument. I said that you have the stats every day. It is updated every day. So why would you say something at that like at that given time whenever they think that there was a trouble in the stats? Why didn't they say so at that time?
Okay.
Why did they wait until now?
Okay, I like that.
So
I agree with that. Yeah.
They didn't answer that. And they kept asking like, do you agree? They kept asking us like, do you agree that we are saying that you're manipulating stats? Even though we said that we do not agree, and we counter argument that, but they did not respond to any kind of any of my counter argument. They just like kept persuading that that's the answer that we don't want. You're not answering my question, even though we are, but they just don't care. So I'm not sure what they really asking for. Since we have everything published, we have the dashboard, we have the stats. Not just the stats, but like I say, we scan every day. So we have the stats from past 4, we have the stats from outdoors, we have the stats from past 7. So we have the stats for each of the war that we went through. So it's like very clear, it's very organized in detail. That any stat that they want, we can provide that.
All right, let me just give a quick summary. Sorry, let me just give a quick summary, just so that I'm in the complete loop. I understand exactly what's happening. So essentially, you guys are having this KVK. You all agreed to DKP. You sent me that screenshot, actually. I think I showed it earlier, where everyone agreed to DKP as being stats, as whoever gets the star. They said we should use Pro Kingdoms because it's public. You said no, I'm still going to use a third-party software to basically get the stats, and I'm going to share it with you guys, and they can see it, and it's public. And only till the very end they decided, no, you guys were faking the stats. Do they have any proof or any screenshots of you guys manipulating data of any kind? Do they have anything substantial that they can bring forth?
They do not. I asked for it, but they do not. They have not said anything regarding that.
Okay, so they're just basically like going on a whim, like it's a very subjective thing. They're just saying you guys manipulated your data, and that's pretty much it.
That's right.
Yo, guys, is there anyone from Water Camp right now that can basically come and share their side? Because I'm asking, and what they're telling me is to look at the pictures in Lost Kingdom chat. I don't have access to the Lost Kingdom chat, so I don't know exactly what to look at. Do you know what they're talking about, Nene?
So I think they talk about a conversation within our camp Discord. One of Kingdom of my camps suggested that we should have a friendly relationship with Fire. At that point, Fire was our enemy, so they were just suggesting like, oh, we should have a friendly relationship with Fire just in case Water gonna betray us.
Okay.
But like I said, we never have a conversation, let alone a group chat with any enemy or anyone in that time. And up until now, we still don't have any relationship with anyone. So
yeah. It's very clear
they
you
don't
guys
really
don't
have
have
anything to go
a
against us.
relationship. Unfortunately, I would have, and I said this earlier in the stream, it's good to always have a relationship with whoever you're fighting, especially Earth Camp, because they're like the ones that you guys fought. You guys probably connected with them the most. You fought with their members. You know how strong they are, because they're most likely going to be the ones that have sympathy for you guys. Why do you think Earth Camp decided to choose and help Water instead of you guys? Can you explain that? Why do you think they went to the other side?
I mean, it's kind of obvious. Like when you fight, either you make a friend out of them or you make an enemy out of them. Through all the toxic Lost Kingdom chat and all like bullying. There's conflict and there's toxic. We can never escape from that. So I think it's just normal that we have a toxic Lost Kingdom chat, a more toxic than
Yeah.
compared to other chat. So that's why we don't have a good relationship with that, because we never have the intent to go against Water or betraying anyone.
Okay, so I've got someone in my DM saying, here's some screenshots from your camp saying that you guys will farm DKP. Let me just quickly see. I'm just gonna quickly share it. 1 second.
For sure.
Accept DM. Who is this guy? I can't see his name. I'm not gonna lie, cause
I think I shared that with you as well in my in one of my screenshots. If you want.
does it have a yellow arrow? Does it have a yellow arrow? That screenshot?
It does. Yes, I sent it into your DM.
Oh yeah. Okay. So that's the one. All right. So, good morning. And then they said, well, this doesn't prove anything. Let me just see. Right, so I'm just gonna quickly share it. Looks like a bunch of more. We just make sure we're not giving to these star. Okay, that doesn't really matter. I'm just reading through it, guys. As long as these numbers in our favor, they'll never get close. Okay, that's fine. All right, so I'm just gonna quickly show you guys this because obviously I'm reading some stuff. You guys don't know what I'm reading. So essentially, this is Nene, correct me if I'm wrong. This is a diplomacy chat between you and your camp. And there's a couple of you guys are discussing DKP obviously, and you guys are basically saying
That's right.
we need to make sure that there's a bit of a gap in DKP, make sure that we basically don't allow them to get the star because we need to be ahead. But this doesn't really mean that you guys have manipulated your DKP, right? So
even more context, I already added you to our group chat, our camp Discord chat. So you actually can look up the conversation and see the whole thing, so you have a better idea of what the context is and what we are talking about at that point of time. But like I said, we have never had any relationship or group chat with either Fire or Fire or Earth, because we never had the intention to go against Water.
Right. Well, I'm win camp. Put sign trust before anything. You don't have to worry pushing them, picking too much. Da, 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 da. As long as the numbers are still in our favor, that's not a problem. If they ever get close, I'll let you know. I'll make sure that another big gap. If you need anything, I'm here if you believe. So who's Samuel? Is he from Fire or like who's he from? Which kingdom is he from?
So every that is 2808. It is my campmate.
Oh, okay. So what he's claiming is you guys are going to be feeding each other in your own camp, right? Is that what that is?
Can you show me what screenshot you are talking about? Because I'm not really sure what screenshot you are on.
Sure. Sorry, I just have it on stream. Sometimes I assume that you're watching as well. Here you go. I'm talking about this one. I shared it in our DMs.
Okay. Sorry, it's loading on my end.
No worries. All right, so yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy what's happening. I mean, it's good you have all the screenshots because when I do a proper video on this, do a drama of the week, some betrayal segments, I'll proper go through everything in detail. I like to do my proper investigations because right now it's just going to look like I'm reading a lot of text on stream and nobody wants to really see that. I'm talking about this screenshot. Brother, disastrous, what's going on?
Okay, I see the screenshot now. Are you asking about what I said or what Samuel said?
What's like? Yeah, basically just explain this screenshot.
Like, what's the conversation? Okay, so it was a Zone 5 war, and we already ended our war with Earth, but on the other hand, Fire and Water was still fighting. So my campmate was still worrying about like, oh, what if Water have more stats than us? Like, why did they fight after a few days of not fighting? Why did they fight all of a sudden? And I was like, that's okay, like they are fighting, that's okay, so like you don't have to worry about that. I am watching stats and I'll let you know if they ever like come close to us, because obviously if you're in a kvk you want star, like that's your goal. Why, like, so I think it's normal to say that we watching stats and we keeping track of where we are compared to our ally. So yeah, like I said in the screenshot, I am watching and I let them know if they ever get close to us, and I make sure that we're gonna go like fight again and make another big gap. That's just normal.
That's very normal.
So
I agree.
Samuel was saying, yeah. So Samuel was saying, oh, if you need anything, let me know. And I don't, because like I said, my teammate was worrying that Water gonna make like another war, like just to get some stats, because they already ended their war before we ended ours. So I don't know why Fire and Water keep like fighting again after a few days of not fighting. So they were having a problem with that, but I didn't have a problem with that. So like I was trying to comfort them. I was telling them, oh, Water is our ally. You don't have to worry about that. Like, just don't be worried and let them fight, because it is normal that they fight. So don't press them too much about that, because we are making we are reacting in a good, not a good way.
You're right. Okay. Yeah, Fire's position is a bit weird. I'm getting a few DMs from Water now. A couple of them saying you're lying and there's some disrespect and so on and so forth. Let me just quickly see that real quick. Sorry, guys, I can see the DMs. Let me just quickly accept this brother. Accept this brother. Please keep my name secret. No worries, my brother. I'll keep you secret, man. Zoro's the camp leader. Okay. So a couple of people are saying you're lying on a few things, but they're sharing the same screenshot. Listen, guys, here's my perspective. And obviously, I have Nene here, but I'm going to be very, very straightforward. Okay? Not because she's in the voice call, I'm going to try to side with her or anything. My only thing is... well, here's my discussion of here's my opinion of things. If people are in a coalition camp basically saying we need to make sure that we are ahead in DKP, personally I don't believe that's an indication of them being betrayers. And personally I think if that was an issue at the start, you should kind of address it at the start, not at the end when the DKP shows that side won. Does that make sense? That's my personal opinion. And obviously, I'm not saying this because Nene's here and she's on voice call. I'm still going to ask the same question, whether somebody from Water Camp wants to come up and basically discuss. That's my personal opinion. Nene, when did you have these discussions, if you don't mind? These discussions about stats. Was this Zone 5?
It is Zone 5, yeah. It was before Pass 5. So you
Okay.
can see the day up there is 29th of May,
Yeah, I
and
see
I
it.
can share with you the schedule as well.
Yeah. So, like I said, this is zone 5. Like, this could have been addressed earlier on. You could easily say, yo, we've seen these screenshots, blah blah blah, what's going on? Like, why what, you know, you could basically kite off there and then. Why do you have to wait until Kingsland, look at the data, and then decide, all right, we're going to use this for our own thing to make our own judgment that these guys betrayed? Do you understand? Start fighting enemy. Hang on, let me just see. I'm reading the chat. Is she Jamaican? What the hell? Nene, are you Jamaican?
I am not.
Come on, guys. You can tell by the accent she's not Jamaican now. Show her the conversation about farming DKP. No, she sent me this conversation. She sent me this conversation.
It's not just sending you, but I added you to the group chat so you can see the whole thing. Like, there's nothing for me to hide.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through the screenshot as well. I'm gonna go through the screenshots as well. And so Nene, tell me more. Sorry, I cut you off halfway because I wanted to get more of a summary. So essentially, I think we ended off with you guys won DKP, something like that. Tell me more. What do you think happened in terms of, yeah, basically finish off the story. You were telling me a story, and then for some reason I interrupted.
So there's really no story. Like I said, we didn't really have that much conversation with Water. All we did was set an agreement at the beginning, and like we plan out all the details, like how we're gonna break down, like how we're gonna distribute rewards. And like as you can see, as I share with you, they use Pokemon. So like I said, they have stats every day. It is updated every day. And now until King's over, I asked them, let's like lock stats. Let's like distribute rewards now. Since fighting is over, KVK is over. We did not respond to that. And then a few hours later, they accuse us of manipulating stats. And I asked them how, why?
Mm.
Why didn't you say something at that time? And they didn't say anything. They didn't respond to that.
Okay.
So they didn't answer any of my counter arguments. So I don't really know like what they want. So they just like going in circle. They just kept saying the same thing and same thing, that they're accusing us of lying. They're accusing us of manipulating stats. But when I asked how, why, when, they didn't answer that.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. When did you guys decide to reach out to Fire or Earth to help you guys out in this case?
When did we reach out to Fire? We never reached out to Fire to ask for help.
Okay, so
If that's
Fire
what
is
you're
just
asking.
yeah, Fire is just basically
Fire
doing
reached
this.
out to us.
Fire
Right,
reached out
Fire
and said,
reached out.
okay.
Fire informed us. So up until like 2 hours, no, not 2 hours, like 4 hours ago, we did not reach out to ask for help for anyone, from anyone. Not
Okay.
until Water decided to attack us.
Right. Do you think Earth Camp is going to betray Water as well? Give me your opinion. Somebody said Earth
Personally,
Camp
I
is
think
going to
they
betray
will.
Water and get the star, and Water Camp will become the Donkey Camp at the end. I've seen this happen before, but sorry, go ahead.
Personally, I think they will.
You
But
think?
as we are talking right now, because they watching, so I think they might not. So who knows?
Okay, so now we're making it a bit more intense in the diplomacy chat. That's what you're saying, yeah? Okay. We're steering some
Yeah.
trouble. Right, okay, no worries. Thank you so much, Nene. I'm going to go through you guys' documents properly. If I'm going to make a video about this, I'm obviously going to try to be extremely non-biased, extremely fair. Do you have anything else to say to the stream? You know, if anything you want to say or you want to share to them, you definitely have some people in Water Camp watching you right now. A couple of them are calling you liars in a sense that you guys are basically manipulating your DKP. Do you have anything to say?
So currently, I am publishing everything, including stats, including screenshot, including chat, all kind of chats. Like I don't have anything to hide. I'm not the one that doing wrong, so I don't have anything to hide. And like I say, I use a third-party service, and that's a legit service, so I can like publish or like pull out any stats from anywhere, any day that you want. So just let me know if you think that I am manipulating stats. I can prove you wrong.
Okay, sounds good. I appreciate you for coming on, Nene. Good luck with this war. Obviously, I know you guys are drained. You fought the strongest camp in this KVK. Hopefully it works out for you guys. I'll be honest with you, with the way things are looking right now, the only way obviously you guys can achieve a victory, because Fire Camp is kind of divided, the only thing you guys can achieve a victory in this case is if Earth Camp I don't know, decides to even betray water again, and then I don't even know if that's even gonna fix anything. I'll be honest with you, that's just gonna cause more problems. But hopefully it works out for you guys. Honestly, betrayals don't go down well in Rise of Kingdoms. The community is really, really small. As soon as I shared this link out, some people have already contacted me saying 3227 is known for betrayal. They betrayed 6 months ago. So that just shows just how small the community is, and hopefully you guys can get some justice out of this. Obviously, I know that you guys have already reported them on Codex and maybe Flash. I don't know if you guys have reported them on Flash, but obviously now you've got them on my stream. And also drama of the week. Hopefully I'm gonna be cooking something up. 1 second before you go, Nene. Gabby says she wants to ask a question really quickly. Gabby, she said fighting with Earth ended, but on the picture she said she will create a bigger gap on DKP if they come closer. How will she do that if the fighting zone ended in zone 5? How will you do that, Nene?
It was zone 5, so obviously you have much more war coming up. But if the water ever comes close, you have plenty of time and plenty of war to like keep going and keep pushing for like further work. Zone 5 is not the end. Zone 5 is just the beginning. And obviously you have the option, because if you can open Pro Kingdoms right now, you can see that even though we have more stats than water, we have less stats than Earth, meaning that we're taking back trade. So if we won, we can keep, like, we just need to keep taking back trade, but that means that we're gonna have more stats than water. It's not a wrong way to get stats. It's just a not good way to get stats.
Yeah. Okay. All right then. Well, thank you so much, Nene. I appreciate you so much for coming on, explaining your side of the story. You did so well defending Wynn's honor. I'm gonna get some other people on, share their perspective. One guy wants to come on from Fire Camp. He wants to share his perspective. We already had someone from 3365 come on and explain why they're out of the fight. And now we're gonna have somebody else, I think, who is supporting you guys, share his perspective. And then also, we have somebody from Water that wants to come on, but I don't even know if he's in leadership. I think he's just some random guy. I think he just wants to say his piece. So we're gonna do that and then read the chat a little bit more. Thank you so much, Nene, for coming on.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Have a good day, Nene. Thank you. Take care. Yo, guys, what do you guys think? What do you guys think of that call? Did Nene help you guys out? Did she explain her side of the story well? You let me know, man. You let me know. Honestly, I genuinely feel like what she shared with me is enough and convincing enough to believe that they fought fairly. And thank you so much, Ratu, for the $2.99. That would be helpful for my coffee. Yeah, I think the whole claim of them farming DKP in Zone 5, because it happened in Zone 5, right? That whole discussion happened in Zone 5. I think that claim can be redundant if they knew about it back then, Water Camp I'm talking about, and they still didn't say anything. And they waited until the actual data showed up and they lost data, and then they decided, all right, let's pull this up. Does that make sense? If they had just found out recently, like, oh, whoa, like, you guys were manipulating this whole time, that kind of changes the story a little bit, but still, you would need to find proof that these guys were DKP farming. Like, you need to find something legitimate. And they didn't really say anything about farming DKP. They just said, if our DKP is low, we're just gonna go fight. Like, because Water's still fighting, why shouldn't we fight, you know? Like, it's a normal thing. This is not betrayal. This is just trying to basically be very strategic about the thing. That's not betrayal. So I'm kind of leaning towards them, but obviously a couple of people are DMing me saying she's lying about a few things. Look, guys, if you feel like she's lying about a few things, please roll up to the stream, jump on the voice. You can explain your side. I'm not going to say a single word. I'll ask a few questions, and I'll leave it as that. But for now, I'm going to get Scorpion in. My brother Scorpion, how you doing, man? You're from Fireside, right? Hello, my brother Scorpion. Can you hear me? You're a bit muted, my brother. I think you've got the voice on mute.
Yes. I am 16 King, 36 King. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, my brother. You're on Fire's end, right? You're Fire's side, right?
Yes, I am on Fireside, and I am the coalition lead now on Fireside.
Okay,
And
and who do you support in this?
I support Wind, obviously, because Wind has DKB, Wind deserves the star. From my end, if you let me explain from the
100%,
beginning.
100%, brother. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I'm just gonna read the chat. You could do your thing, man. Go ahead.
Okay. Before this thing happened, we were fighting in Kingsland. Then from our camp, 44 King reached us that Water wants to betray Wind for the star, and then
Who
he
reached out to
said,
you guys? Sorry, who reached out to you guys?
44 King from our camp.
Okay.
Water camp reached out to him because he was the strongest kingdom in our camp.
Yeah.
Water camp reached out to him, and they talked to him about joining. And also Earth side, about 44 is migrating to one of Earth kingdoms, so they wanna be with Earth. Whatever Earth does, they wanna do with Earth because they are migrating to Earth side.
Okay, so you have someone in Fire Camp. You have a kingdom of Fire Camp, a Vietnamese kingdom. Did you say? Yeah.
Yeah. That 44 now joins water side because they join water side because of Earth. Because Earth joins water side because they are migrating one of Earth kingdoms. Yeah, those ones you are streaming right now.
Yeah,
they are
yeah.
joining. They are joining water side because of Earth.
Okay. I see. Yeah, so they're trying to migrate to Earth Camp, and wherever Earth Camp says, they are basically following those orders, and they're helping Water because of Earth, right? Is that what I'm getting from this? Yeah.
Yes. What they say is Wind talked toxic about Earth, toxic about Vietnamese because Earth is mostly Vietnamese. Toxic about Vietnamese, and 44 also Vietnamese. So they go with it, and I tried to talk with him. There is toxicity in this game, but because someone talk toxic to you, you can still start from other one when they deserve.
Yeah.
I mean, people talk toxic to each other. I am the king. People talk toxic to me all the time, but I can't live with that. I can't move with that.
Yeah. I hear you, man. I hear you. That's crazy. So that's why you guys are sort of like split, because one side wants to join Earth Camp. I feel like there's going to be a double betrayal then, because if some people from Earth Camp are like siding with Fire Camp siding with Earth, this could potentially lead to a double betrayal. You know, Earth going, you know what, we've got this entire kingdom from Fire Camp helping us out. Let's completely push Water out. You know, that could happen. Sorry, go ahead, my brother. I'll just.
It can happen. Our goal is not getting any reward or anything. I text to Wind Kings too. We are not expecting any reward, anything. Even if Wind wins this, we are not expecting anything. We just want to do the right thing. And right now, from our camp, 65 and 67 want to be out of it, so they stay neutral, and only 29 and 16, my kingdom, fighting against water side and earth side, because we just want to do the right thing. Even if we lose, doesn't matter. We just want to do the right thing. 29 those guys, and we 16 fighting against earth and water. We don't expect any rewards. We just don't want our names to get in betrayal, because two kingdoms from our camp joining betrayal side. We just don't want our names to be in betrayal, and we just want to do the right thing. We don't expect anything.
Okay. W Kingdom, W King, man, I appreciate you trying to do the right thing. You guys obviously not expecting any rewards out of this. The tides are against you guys. You're fighting an uphill battle, basically. You're just helping them out because you believe that They want DKP. It should be fair. We should stick to honor. We shouldn't get upset over words. But I don't really think it's even about words, my brother. I think this kingdom is migrating to that kingdom. Let's help him out. Let's get a W for them. I don't think it's because of this whole insult thing. But I could be wrong. You know, Wind could have come out and said some really harsh things. And and the Vietnamese maybe take a bit of pride in where they come from, and they probably got really upset. So who knows? But I appreciate you.
Water is definitely betraying for Star, but Earth is probably betraying for insult. That's what I see from here.
You think it's about insult? You don't think it's because they're trying to migrate there?
I mean, Earth is betraying for the insult. Water is betraying for the DKP. And 44 from our camp betraying to migrate Earth.
Okay. Sounds good, my brother. Sounds good, man. Listen, my brother. I appreciate you coming along. Is there anything else you want to say?
No, bro. It's all I want to say. That's what I see from here.
Thank you, man. All right, then. Take it easy, my brother. Thank you for sharing your side, and thank you for supporting Wind, yeah? Justice for Wind. Brother, before you go, say justice for Wind.
For Wind.
Yeah, justice for Wind.
Justice for Wind.
That's it. All right, then take it easy, my brother. Thank you so much for joining us. Brother Scorpion from Kingdom. Let me give you a Kingdom a quick shout out, my brother. 1 second. Kingdom. What kingdom is it again? Sorry, I'm bad with numbers, man. There's too many numbers in here.
3016.
1316, yeah, my brother Scorpion from 3016. Happy farmers, yeah? All right, no worries. Take it easy, my brother. Take it easy. Good luck. All right, take it easy. Yo, guys, listen, in the chat, yeah? I've got this Poseidon guy crying. I've got this other guy saying when Schmuck becomes famous, he doesn't respond to chat. Guys, there's a guy speaking to me in voice. It's just normal courtesy, normal manners to not stop him midway and go, yo, Poseidon, welcome to the show. Come on, guys, like, let's have some respect for some of these guests. Yeah, and this guy is even supporting what Poseidon's saying. All Wind is selfish cheaters. They trash talk all over KVK. I do not recommend they align themselves with Kingdom said Wind. It says KNDR. I said it on the screen, Poseidon, if you were even looking. I said hello to you, by the way. Justice for Wind, justice for Wind. Someone's saying justice for Water. Yo, C-Wiz, I saw you in the chat earlier. You want to come and talk? You're on the betraying side, my brother. Betraying side, C-Wiz. And if there's anyone that wants to come in and join the voice call from Water side, I would appreciate that. I really want Water to come on, explain their thought process, because obviously they're throwing out, they're saying Wind is lying, Wind is doing this, Wind is doing that. I want to know Water's perspective. Please, let's get you guys on. Let's get you on the call. And let's hopefully... Schmuck, message 3225's King. He'll bless you with some exclusive screenshots. I did message him. I did. I messaged, I think it was Fine. I'll show you right now. I messaged him, but he said there's screenshots already in Lost Kingdom chat. My brother, I'm not in that Lost Kingdom chat. I'm not in that Lost Kingdom. I'm in a different kingdom, man. I don't know. So he's tired, apparently. He doesn't want to... Fine, you're talking about this guy, right? I think I even messaged this guy as well, but he's ignoring me. Hello. Can I get some of those cheeky screenshots, please? They're gonna think, what is this guy talking about? He's trying to flirt with me? Go to his house, take stuff from him. You should talk to Madman. Would be so excited. Who the hell's Madman? You mean Batman? Batman couldn't jump on stream. I tried to speak to him, but he didn't. Justice for... What the hell is Kizzy on about, man? Schmuck, can I ban Legion? No, man. He's saying justice for the Bally, so no way you're banning him, yeah? W Pride Month. Okay. You know, I don't support none of that, but... whatever you say, my brother Poseidon. What seed is this KVK? It looks like a bunch of B seeds are in here, but there are some A seeds. So I'll just show you guys the stats real quick, guys. I'll show you the stats. But I'm not gonna lie, it's a complicated. I mean, it's not that complicated. Let's be honest. There's been more complicated situations, more complicated betrayals. This one is far from it because my perspective on things. Here's the kingdoms. Here's the kingdoms. Essentially, we had water and wind allied against fire and earth. Water beat earth. Water beat fire, wind beat earth. Wind won in DKP. Water's claiming they manipulated DKP because of some screenshots in Zone 5 about Wind basically saying we'll push DKP if they come close. And now Water's fighting Wind, and Earth is helping Water fight Wind, and Fire is in the middle. Fire, there's two kingdoms AFK, 65 and another kingdom. Basically, they don't want to get involved. And then the other half is migrating to Earth, so they're helping Earth, they're helping Water fight Wind, and then the other half is actually fighting Earth. Like, Fire's in some mixed-up situation, bro. They're, like, in the most confusing situation. They're just in the middle. But it's not looking good for Wind, I'll be honest. Wind is getting smoked right now by 3 kingdoms. Or 3 camps, really. Because, look, you can see Fire now getting involved. Or at least the Vietnamese side of Fire. And then you've got Earth over here pushing them. Yeah, you've got Earth over here pushing them. And then you've got Water on this side pushing them. So Wind is getting smoked. Yeah, go to his house and take stuff from him. What does that even mean, my brother? Chill, guys. Schmuck got this. Justice for Schmuck. Poseidon Hank bully him the whole stream. You're smoking that Wind pack. Schmuck, brother, I hope you know we're trolling me and Poseidon. It's all jokes. Yeah, I know, man. I know, man. A seeds, B seeds, yep. There's a couple of D seeds? Really? Okay, I didn't know that. Schmuck, what about the last night? I thought we had something. Bro, what happened last night? She didn't say that these screens got leaked yesterday, not during... Oh, okay, so these screenshots got leaked yesterday. And because of those screenshots, Water felt some type of way. Yo, guys. Where? Apparently, the R5 is messaging me. His name. Okay, AJ. Join my Discord. All right, guys, we're gonna get someone from Wind. We're gonna get someone from Water. Sorry, we're gonna get someone from Water. If you have my Discord, my brother AJ, join. If you don't have the link, I think. Oh, you are. Just join General Voice 1. Join General Voice 1. I'll move you to my voice chat, my brother. General Voice 1. Alright, guys, we're going to hear now Water's side of things. I'm going to ask him some questions about, obviously, what was said. And hopefully, you guys can maybe revote. So next drama video will be Water betrayed Earth or the other way around. Freya, it's confusing right now. It's confusing right now. But right now, it's looking like Wind is getting bullied. They're getting the short end of the stick. I'll be honest. Especially this move over here is a bit weird. Fire or part of Fire joining. Right, let's see if I can get AJ on. He's in the he's not in the voice chat yet. But yeah, we're gonna get one of Water's R5s on. One of Water's R5 on. Maybe he can explain his side. He said 2 seconds. All right, let's see. This is apparently the disrespect, by the way. You guys can see it. This is the disrespect that was from Wind's side. Okay, let's see it. Level 6 Wind have more stats, therefore Water will take first occupation holding us. They said definitely against it. And then Psycho Peeler said, looks like a bunch of mofos, that's ridiculous. You decide, Nene. We must make sure we're not giving stars to these mofos. This Psycho Dealer, I think he's from Wind Camp, so obviously he's gonna say some words like, guys, you need to understand, man. Let's look, guys. I understand this may offend some people in that KVK, but I don't think you guys have experienced being in diplomacy. And I'm not saying this to anyone that's already in that diplomacy, but just some people that see this and get offended. Guys, if you're in a camp and you have leaders in kingdoms in that camp, one, you can't control what people are saying in that, because you might end up with some shitty guy and he's just some R5 from this BC that is low KP. He's gonna say his words. Don't take it personally. You know, everyone is doing the best to make sure that their camp gets the best rewards. That's the end goal over here. Yes, there'll be allies to make sure there's a fair KVK and make sure nobody's burning their accounts. But at the end of the day, everybody's going to be looking out for their own interest. So these small comments like, we must make sure we're not giving the star to them, and like, it's not that deep. You know, it's not the end of the world. It's just, you know, they're just saying these things for the sake of like having a discussion, like, oh, we're united, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. Next video will be again double betrayal. First Wind gets betrayed, then Water, then Earth. Hopefully we don't get to see a double betrayal, because if there is, then that would be crazy. Earth had enough reasons to join, lol. LKC was only Wind trash talking Earth until today. Schmuck, you excited for when you jump on a farm? Yeah, I am excited. Why don't you hop in, Habibi? Says to Badman. Okay, I think AJ is in this thing. Let's make AJ join, man. What's up, my brother AJ? How we doing, my brother? Can you hear me? You're muted right now, so let me know when you're...
Bro. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Where you from?
I'm from London, bro. UK.
Okay, straight up, guys. You see that? I spot my own kind straight away. He just needed to say, "Can you hear me?" What's happening, my brother? Where in London? What ends you from?
We're live right now.
Yeah, we're live right now. What ends are you from, my brother? I need to make sure you're from the correct ends. You can't be rolling up to my stream saying you're from London. What's going on? Who am I talking to? Where from? What ends?
Alright, firstly, what's up, chat? What's up, King Schmuck? Yeah, so I'm AJ, currently representing Watercamp right now. I'm from East London,
East,
but that's not too relevant right now.
Okay,
I just wanna get involved straight up to you know, pinpoint certain factors that's been put across that I feel like is misled. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Misleading the crowd, because certain topics that were touched on.
What kingdom are you from? What kingdom are you from? What kingdom are you from?
I'm 21, 23.
21, 23. Okay, no problem. Okay, I see it. Go ahead, my brother.
All right, so to be quite clear, right? The narrative has been pushed to a certain way that it looks like we're the bad guys, right? But quite frankly, all the information that was found during this period of KVK was found literally yesterday. So all the screenshots that were sent to you, you know how, you know, Nene and the co-siding people along with their camp have been saying that, you know, this has been what's the word, been spreaded or whatever it is, and we knew about it, but then we left it to the very last minute to kind of like twist the narrative in order for us to gain the star. Like, it's quite evident, right, that from the screenshot, sorry, there's timestamps that you can see that led to it being found yesterday. Like, you can see the timestamps. So literally,
sorry, my brother. How can I know that this was found yesterday? What timestamps are we like? Whose timestamp should I be looking at?
Because you've got a different screenshot to me. Hold on.
Okay. Because all I can read from those specific screenshots is the timestamps of it happening there and then. Is there someone, like, do you have a screenshot of the guy that leaked it? Obviously, we can blur his name.
Yeah.
And then him saying, yo, look at what these guys said. Is that what you have? By the way, guys, if you see me changing my accent a little bit, you know, that's a guy from London. You have to vibe. You know, yeah, we're vibing right now. You know,
I appreciate it, bro. Come on.
You know, yeah, I have to vibe right now. Like, I have to put the professional English down, tone it down a little bit, you know, and speak to my brother in a respectful manner, like Londoners, you know.
All right, so I've got the screenshots here, but let me see if I can blur it. Hold on, bro.
All right, no worries.
Because it'd be unfair to disclose, you know, certain individuals like that.
No problem. Blur it out and then show me, because obviously the guy doesn't want to be leaked, or whoever basically leaked these conversations, they probably don't want their names.
Just want to be confidential, bro. There's no, like, you know what I mean? There's no two ways about it.
Those screenshots are being shared without context. Water camp. I'm just reading the chat, by the way. You could do your thing. One second. I need to end this poll now. Those screenshots being shared without context. Water camp called Wind Camp greedy for no reason. Called them mofo. Response to that. Okay, we don't hate Vietnamese. In fact, Nene's KD is Vietnamese. Okay, I appreciate that, brother Sayed. I responded to your schmuck. I'm a noob, and then I'm schmuck. I judge people. Mimi said they access. Water isn't even Vietnamese. No, it's not Water that was offended by the Vietnamese comment. It was one camp from Fire, and now obviously the one camp from Fire, or one kingdom from Fire's camp, they were the ones that were offended by this, and they decided to help Water camp. But obviously there's other claims. You know, the claims are these guys from Fire are migrating to Earth. Earth is a Vietnamese a camp, and they're helping them out in that sense. Okay. Papi Chulo, what's going on? Water leaders are Veet though. Okay. Is that 3227? Yeah. 3500 always betrayal. Yo, the 3500 is not even in this. What do you mean? Man, how are we bringing 3500 back in this? Yo, guys, I appreciate the love hearts. I can see the love hearts, but guys, do you know what I would like more than love hearts? Likes on the stream, guys. I can only see 34 likes. Why is there only 34 likes on the stream? There's 100 plus people watching.
Come on, guys, bro.
Like the stream.
Send that like. Come on.
Exactly. Big up Water now. Yeah, I'm sliding with Water now just because of that.
Alright, bro. I'll send it to you though.
Go on. Guys, likes on the stream, please. Yeah, there's 100 plus people watching. Only 40 likes or 30 likes. That's not respect. You know, that's not acceptable. Let's go, Water. Let's go. You sent me the screenshots, yeah?
Yeah. So you see.
All right. So this was yesterday.
You see that?
Bro, that just says yesterday. I don't know what yesterday is. That could be today, yesterday, then yesterday's yesterday, and then yesterday's yesterday. Does that make sense? That screenshot could have been taken
hold on.
like 20 days ago, and it could still say yesterday.
Well, I did say to you, this was found out yesterday, bro. hold on. Let me see what I can do.
All right. I'll show you guys what he's talking about. I'm just gonna quickly, so the chat is aware, obviously. Here you go, guys. This is. It does say yesterday, but how do I know when this screenshot was taken? You know, it could be taken 5 years ago, and it will still say yesterday. Does that make sense, guys? Or am I reaching over here?
It wouldn't say yesterday unless I took this picture like before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. I don't trust individual screenshot that could be taken out of context. Yes, it does. Water's grasping straws. Even if found out yesterday, where's the evidence of feeding? That's true. Obviously, I'm going to ask you that in a minute. Water couldn't digest that and started blaming Wind. Wind were fighting the strongest camp. They won zone every fight against them. Obviously, they will have more stats without farming anything. I agree with that 100%. If this ends, I would like to take note of this KDs of the future KDs. Don't worry, I'll be making the drama of the week. I'll be sharing everything on my end, not in a biased way. Obviously, this stream is slightly, you could say this stream is a little bit biased. To be honest, it's not even that biased, man. It's not.
You can't really find the information of when it was sent. So
yeah. I just don't know exactly the whole time frame. I need to actually look into it properly.
Yeah.
So
I can't. There's no way of actually. There's no information about when the message was sent. That's the problem. Like a timestamp. It just says yesterday. It's how Discord works. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
No worries. Right. So let's read it out for the chat. I'm just gonna quickly read it out. We've come into light recent evidence of Wind Camp KVK Discord that they did indeed have suspicious intentions mentioned that should validate our recent conversation about the data. Additionally, they've insulted us and badmouthed us in their KVK Discord. Many instances like Fire and Earth feel disrespected. It's clear Wind has no honor. And obviously, he shared the Korean version. Is that Korean? I think that's Korean. The Korean version of
that's Korean.
What the person has said. And they shared, obviously, some of the screenshots that I showed you guys, chat, of Wind basically saying, we're going to be... what's it called? In case they do reach the gap in DKP, we're going to be able to push it. We're not going to let them basically get there. And the whole disrespect thing is the mofos, right? It's nothing to do with Vietnam, right? I don't see any disrespect to Vietnam. I just see the mofo part. You see the guy that snitched, the guy that sent you these screenshots. Can he hover over yesterday? It should show the date.
Alright, hold on, let me see.
See if you can get that on board. Also, guys, this is from Fire Camp. This is the Vietnamese kingdom that is currently against wind. Because remember, Fire Camp is divided into two sections. One supporting wind, one supporting well, actually 3 sections. One supporting wind, one supporting water, and one just basically AFK and not in charge. This is Kingdom 1844, the kingdom that's in fire right now, that is that's fighting wind right now, but is also gonna migrate to Earth. So this is optional, but wind is really toxic. Moreover, it's recovery for all our members for next KVK. If not, I think it's possible to reach out peace agreement, stay in zone 6. I will help Earth because King 32003 and I are friends in real life. And after this KVK, the 15 strongest members of 1844 will migrate to 3203 and we'll make a strong kingdom, Vietnam. Okay, so there you go. There you have it. This is why this part of Fire Camp, this Vietnamese kingdom over here, 1844, is currently pushing, because you guys can see there's 2 fire camps over here. There's this fire camp, it's slightly more red than this fire camp, which is a bit more red.
I'll send it to you, bro.
All right, no worries. And you've got this fire camp fighting Earth, right? And they just doing it for honor and trying to make sure that wind gets a fair share because they won DKP. This fire camp, or this part of fire camp, is fighting wind and helping water. So they're divided. And then you have the last part, which is this fire camp, or this kingdom in fire camp, who's not involved. And there's another kingdom also not involved. I don't know which one. Right, so you said you sent it to me, yeah?
You can clearly see the timestamps. Did you see that?
Let me just share it on the screen first, and then I'll share it, my brother.
Yeah. Appreciate you, bro.
Here you go, guys. So this is proof from Waterside that these screenshots were found yesterday. So this is why they've come out with these. And by the way, you heard me earlier on the stream saying it does make the story a little bit different if you guys found this out yesterday. Okay, 14th 06. Yeah, so this is 2 days ago. Was sent. Okay, so this is basically where when you guys found out.
It wasn't 2 days ago, because this gentleman here, you can see that it's overseas, so it's basically
11 p.m. I see. Yeah, 11 p.m. Okay. Stats were updated hourly, daily. We could see where we got stats. We don't cross-check any. Says Annie. Disrespect in LKC was after the war. All right, my brother. Here's a quick question for you. Do you guys have any proof? Do you have any proof of them actually feeding or manipulating DKP in any type of way? Do you guys have any screenshots to go off of?
So funny enough, right? We've actually got a streamer. Well, not us, sorry. Wind has a streamer that actually streamed the entire KVK, which we saw where they deliberately sent rallies to just like die off, like literally.
So you've got a stream, yeah? You've got a video evidence.
Yeah, from their camp. Like that's how like, you know.
When did you guys find this out?
It's yesterday too.
Yesterday as well. So all of this is happening yesterday.
It's just literally everything yesterday, bro. Before that, literally Zig opened, bro. Less than 21 hours.
Okay, so this was before Zig even opened. You guys fought for... Oh, sorry. Yeah, you guys have already won Kingsland by then. Okay, fair enough. And you guys are seeing them, what? Launch rallies and then cancel them to what? To get deads or what? To not beat the rally? To not beat the garrison?
They don't even cancel the rally, bro. They literally send it and literally just lose. There's moments where they even garrison at Nevsky, and then for some reason, like, just left it. They didn't even change it, nothing. It wasn't a mistake, you know what I'm saying? It's all on live stream.
Okay. I would like to see that live stream as well, obviously, because I'm going to make a drama of the week of this. And I need to see everything clearly, obviously, before we put any labels on any kingdoms, yeah? Let's see. Tips, you can hold his mouth. Okay. No, sorry. I was just reading the chat a little bit.
Wasn't really expecting or planning to like come on YouTube.
No problem. I appreciate you coming on short notice, explain your end. To be honest, some people don't even show up. The only time I've had two sides show up properly was a previous one. It was a more complicated case than this one, but this one is it does have some layers. A quick question though, is this the only thing that you guys have to go off of to accuse him of manipulating the DKP?
Okay, so let's be completely frank right now. 'Cause obviously, everyone in the chat, including yourself, right?
Yeah.
Ultimately, to be completely clear, right? None of us in our camp felt or feel that they were manipulating stats from the very start.
Okay, good.
So there is no reason or thought to actually start taking screenshots or record anything like, you know, happening from our view.
Okay.
You only start doing that once you suspect something, right? So where Nene is saying that we suspected her to, you know, we suspected of their camp doing sketchy shit, right? Oh, wait, am I allowed to swear here?
It's fine, but obviously no F
Cool.
words, but shit is fine.
Let me try. All right, cool. So how she's accusing us of suspecting things and we left it to the last minute. So at the very beginning we didn't suspect nothing. Also, secondly, to clear us as well, we didn't know anything about this until literally less than 21 hours ago. So, well, it's kind of like obvious that we would be like, you know, bringing up this situation now because obviously we found out yesterday, right? And so for past four, also alter fights, you know, they were deliberately pushing fights where we felt like was pretty normal. There wasn't nothing like abnormal, you know what I'm saying, out of the ordinary. So when you're asking for like certain proofs, like actual proof, it's hard to present it right now because obviously it would require us to go back to a lot of footage or a lot of incidents where people may have backup or screenshots, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to be completely truthful about it, we've actually questioned WinCamp entirely as a whole, right? And we said, well, they've kicked me. If Nene's transparent, she should either invite you or invite one of us as a representative to go back into the water and wind diplomacy.
I'm in it. She invited me. She told me to go through it. So if I do drama of the week, I'm obviously gonna go through the whole thing. Yeah, no worries.
So you should be able to see then where I've questioned, sorry, not me, but multiple people, including Lay, including me, where we've asked them about, we've got a suspicion that yada yada yada, like, is there a way of you, you know, confirming, reconfirming? And every single time we've asked them, they've literally avoided the question and they're saying, "What about you? What about you?" But the thing is,
okay,
them saying "What about you?" is more of a retaliation rather than a, you know, of like an instigation where we're trying to instigate to try and find out the actual truth. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know the truth.
Okay.
So I've asked them. You can probably share that if you want. I'm pretty, as long as you blur out like, you know, other people that don't mind being, obviously mind being on there. For me, I don't really have nothing to hide. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to go in and scroll up and down. I don't know how far it is in the chat, but she did invite me.
Let me
just.
Are you able to screen share maybe? Because I'm not in there. No, I left. I left when
let me just
I confirmed that we're gonna go straight to war for it.
Let me just see. Nene. Where's Nene?
You should see like the last, I don't know, maybe about 5 hours ago, probably like you know, like 3 o'clock our time, like 2 o'clock our time.
Yeah.
You see, like I'm asking questions, right? I'm writing paragraphs, and they've just like beating around the bush about it.
So what was their reasoning? What did they say? When you guys said to them, "Look, we got these screenshots. What's happening?" What was their reasoning?
So again, like, to be transparent, we found every single information regarding the YouTube link, regarding the screenshots. We found this less than 24 hours ago. So everything is done like literally within the day, like the same day as we speak today, wherever you are in the world, right? And when we asked them these questions, multiple times, I asked them at least 4 or 5 times, and plus obviously my other members in the camp, right? We've asked them and challenged them about it. Every time we've asked them, instead of actually giving us an answer, they're saying, "Do we have proof?" And it's like, my duty as someone who is trying to find out the truth isn't gonna have the answer. That's why I'm asking the question, right? Like, you're asking me a question, you ain't got the answer. That's why you're asking me a question. So flipping reverse, like Uno, like, you have to give me the answer for me to be able to, like, you know, understand the situation. Because as far as I understand, I envision something and I'm gonna act upon it.
So they must have obviously said to you guys, "Yo, obviously we're not faking DKP. These comments that we're discussing right now, in Zone 5. Nothing happened in the sense that we faked DKP. Do you guys have any proof of us faking DKP? So they obviously had to explain to you guys that they didn't fake DKP. I don't think they'll just be like, no, what about you guys? They must have said, no, we didn't fake it. Is that not solid enough for you guys? What would you guys like to hear? What would be enough proof for you guys not to obviously carry on with the situation?
Well, first of all, we at the very beginning of the KVK, where we was discussing terms and conditions, right, for the KVK, who holds and obtains certain rewards or the ZIG, whatever. We offered to use a more public friendly stats reader, right, stats scanner, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, pro kingdoms.
They refused that entirely for like, I don't know, maybe a good several days. Then in the end, we then came to well, just like, you know, like to agree to disagree kind of thing, you know, disagree to agree, or whatever you want to call
agree
it.
to disagree.
So we said, all right, cool. So we said, cool. We're gonna use this then for transparency, where everyone has access to it, like literally everyone. You guys can use the third party, right? Now, again, I'm not saying that they went into the spreadsheets and manipulated it. What I'm saying is, I believe from all the supporting evidence, in my opinion, is that they've manipulated stats via either within their own camp or with Earth camp by sending dead rallies, garrisoning with commanders like Nevsky, which we all know is not really a garrison commander, you know what I'm saying?
Some people make mistakes though. Some people make mistakes unless they're like, yo, it's very evident, yo, these guys are continuously putting Nevsky in there, and they're like, yeah, letting it rip in there. Because sometimes you know the wrong garrison isn't, like there's been KVKs, and you probably experienced this, where the wrong garrison's in there, or the guy hasn't changed the garrison quick enough, or something like that. You know, the R4 is not on. So is the evidence like really clear in those videos that you're claiming you're seeing? So
again, like obviously when you compile all information with the YouTuber streamer that obviously we can go through later on when your stream is done, that you can see there's barely any fighting, right? And you can, if you pull up the stats that you was given, the stats graph,
DKP one,
camps,
okay.
If you pull up, then obviously it's easier for me to talk about.
This one here, yeah.
It should be like I can't see. Hold on, there's a delay on the stream. All right, so look, if you see here, if you can see, there's a huge discrepancy there where wind's deads is like huge, bro. You can see that?
Yeah, wind's deads.
You can't tell me that's normal, bro. Look at everyone else, right? It's almost similar to each other, right? Whereas wind's deads is like humongous. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't make sense there. And look, if you look at water, right? And this is with complete respect to everybody within the KVK. I have no hate. I have no nothing towards anybody. There's no negativity for me. For me, I'm just doing what I think is right. And again, it's a total opinion for my side, and obviously I'm representing it as with honest truth as possible, right? If you look at water and fire, right? We were the enemies between each other. Everyone's claiming that fire is weak or whatever, right? Yet look at the stats. It's very close together.
I know, but then Earth was fighting the stronger kingdom, though. No, Earth was fighting the stronger kingdom. Sorry, Wind was fighting the stronger kingdom. Earth was supposed to be stronger than Wind, no?
Oh, wait. There's another screenshot. You got another screenshot where it shows all the kingdoms.
Yeah, I've got that one.
Side by side.
Yeah, I got that one. I got that one.
We can just like evaluate it together.
Okay, obviously,
should be like,
I have to be honest. The deads do seem a bit big, but then again, you have to admit Earth is stronger in a sense that they've got more KP, and they're supposed to be stronger than Wind.
Bro. So for context, right? For context, Wind had their past 7 throughout the whole KVK. So really, that's like not really true. And in terms of strong, it's not really that strong. If anything, water is stronger than fire by a huge margin.
Okay.
You're talking 920, right? Billion kill points versus 917.
Yeah.
That's basically one player. One player at 3 billion or 2 players at 1.5.
yeah. Fair enough.
So please chat. Like, think about what you're saying. Like, this is not very hard to do. Like, my farms have like 1 billion. Do you know what I'm saying? So let me be real. Let me be real. You guys can think what you want to think, right? But when you look at the graphs, right? If anything here, water's the only one that shows complete dominance versus the enemy, right? Against fire. There's a clear big difference here. That's a whole 60-ish. You know what I mean? That's a lot of players, bro. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if they're keys, we don't know if they're garrison rallies, we don't know, you know what I'm saying? But in terms of that I would say that's quite even, right? And then if you look, Earth Camp has more accounts, 1,368 based on the number of level 25 city halls, right? Then you've got Wind at 1,276. If Earth is that strong, why is it that they're not throwing away their troops? But then you look at again, if you go back to another picture, bro, it's a big number how many deads that Wind has. But again, we didn't find all this out. If I found this out like way before, this probably wouldn't even happen because I would have told him from the beginning. Do you know what I'm saying? But because where we found this is literally less than 24 hours, of course it's gonna be like bombarded with a lot of messages, a lot of people taking sides. But really and truly, look at this, bro.
All right, let me summarize. Let me summarize. Yeah. All of this happened. This fight between you guys allied, fighting in Zone 5. All of this happened in their own diplomacy chat. You guys found out yesterday that they said a few words in the Wind camp. You know, just a few words like, if these guys push in DKP, we're gonna be able to beat them, right? You guys were a bit suspicious of that, so straight away you questioned them about it. And then right after questioning them about it, the discussion was it was going sour. So you guys decided, all right, let's look at the stats now. And the stats say that the deads on Wind's side is a bit too much. So that is one factor that you took in. Then you took in the factor that what else? Like the factor of what they said inside the disrespect or whatever, because that's what your leaders have said. There's some disrespect. And then the last factor is just those comments saying, if these guys push DKP, we're also going to get involved and fight and push our DKP. Now, here's my personal opinion. Am I wrong in any of this? Yo.
Wait, you talking to me?
Yeah, am I wrong in any of this?
I think you got pretty much most of the gist of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's my opinion, obviously, and you can basically agree to disagree. Yeah. Thank you, my brother Dan Solos, for the gifted chat. My opinion is, I think you guys shouldn't take it to heart, that discussion of the whole DKP thing. I think we're both grown. How long have you been playing this game? You've been playing this game for some time, right?
Yeah, I've been playing for a while, bro.
Okay, so that type of discussion where like kingdoms will basically like encourage each other, or camps will encourage each other to basically push. That's kind of normal, don't you think? Like you would basically say, look, we need to make sure in your own camp. This happens very often. I don't know about you, but from the time where I'm king, I will always have these personal chats with my camp and be like, all right, look, it's a very balanced KVK. DKP, the star, we want the star, obviously, and everyone wants a star. So these type of discussions where they're like, all right, if they're basically pushing DKP a lot, we'll also push DKP a lot. We'll make sure we win in DKP. I'm sure your camp is not like innocent of this. I'm sure your camp would want star, and I'm sure they would want to push DKP if they can see the DKP is behind. Like everybody's aware of this. This is like a hidden rule. Everybody behind the scene is aware of DKP, and they want to make sure that they win that. And so obviously the only thing that I would say that you guys have a point in is, if there is a stream where these guys are purposely putting the wrong garrison in, purposely launching rallies to get to die, and purposely doing some shady things. I'm talking leaders, not like some random player like basically just streaming his fight. I'm talking like proper leaders. Then obviously that makes your claim a bit more stronger than basically what you're presenting. Because I think just normal discussions, I think normal discussions in diplomacy camp, I don't think that's not justifiable to be like, all right, bam, we've got you guys.
Bro, if you just quickly check the screenshot I sent you, right? It's not about pushing performance. It's not about encouraging players, right? Because that's the bravado, right? People are trying to obviously encourage their players to do better, but at no point that, if you're reading these two little screenshots I've just sent you.
All right, I'm gonna look at it real quick.
Yeah, bro. Like, if you read it, bro, it's actually quite crazy. I
Okay,
mean, I
yeah.
can read it out. I can read it out. I can literally
I
read it
see.
out.
I see. I'm just gonna put it on stream. I'm gonna sit put it on stream. All right. So this is the screenshot that he's talking about. First, let me show you the first one first. Who's Samuel, by the way? Who's Samuel? Who does he represent? He represents Wind, but who in Wind?
He represents Wind. I think it's like, hold on.
So he's in
I
the
think it's 2807 or something. I think. I'm not sure.
he's in one of the kingdoms in Wind camp, right?
Someone needs to confirm that. I don't know off by heart.
He's definitely
But
in
then,
Wind, but he's in one of the kingdoms. Okay, so he says we'll farm DKP.
Yeah.
And
So
then he
this
says
farm DKP thing, we've never said in our within internal chat. So I know what you're saying, like pushing players, but we never say that. But then if you read this one, this is the killer here. Not with the intention of quick victory, but with the intention of farming DKP. Now you explain to me, how is that not a manipulation, bro? That's malicious intent. If you ask anyone in the KVK, ask Fire himself, bro. We beat Fire fast every single fight. Past 7, past 4. You know what I mean? Like obviously Kings and everything overturned, but I'm saying like no one can ever say like we did not push Fire out like completely, bro. We pushed him out like within hours. I'm talking 6-7 hours, bro. Every single pass, single pass. Like even at past 7, we burnt 2 of their forts, whereas Earth was like not burnt. I don't understand. Like it's burning and healing, and then I just don't get it, bro. But it is what it is, innit? People believe what they want to believe. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. You bring a strong point, but listen, my brother, you know they're reporting you guys betrayal, King's Codex, all of that stuff. Are you gonna counter that? Are you gonna appeal it? What's gonna happen?
We're probably, to be completely honest, we've actually never thought about it because I believe like this is like, and anyone who does data would kind of know what's going on, bro. To be honest, like data speaks for itself. You know what I mean? Opinions is just opinions.
Obviously,
we can't spend like our life like listening to people like having an opinion about you, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the truth, really. This is on my point, though. This is on my point.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, no problem. What do you think about the whole Earth camp betraying you guys? Obviously, it's on stream, so you might not give me a solid opinion. What do you think about Earth Fire camp teaming up, pushing you guys out? What happens when, like, I know there's some animosity between Wind and Earth because they're the ones that fought each other this whole KVK, but wouldn't it?
Sorry. Just a bit of context before I answer your question, though. I'm not trying to divert it. So just maybe about 7 hours ago, right? So we found out this whole shebang like about 19 hours ago, 21 hours, I can't remember, right? But about 7 hours ago, before we confirmed that, you know, if you can't give an answer, we're gonna go to war. Like literally everything was confirmed, nothing was backdoored. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They started approaching Fire and Earth to go 3v1 against us. Now the question is,
Wind approached Fire and Earth.
So
you got proof of this,
bro. You're talking to a guy from London, bro. You know we don't mess about, bro. Let's be real here.
All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna keep it real to the chat, all right? Look, so we got a lot of inside information. The reason why we got inside information because there's a lot of conflict, internal issues within WinCamp themselves. Like I don't want to stir stuff up. Obviously, I'm trying not to swear here, so forgive me. But there's a lot of internal conflicts that's happening within WinCamp. Internally. Okay. I don't know if it's because like people are really dieharding for a star, people are wanting, you know, a bit of respect, and there's not really much respect because there's a lot of I've seen screenshots of like, you know, camp leader like, you know, speaking down on one another, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of belittling people. So images and messages and stuff like that is being like, you know, shared around. Obviously some people have it, some people don't. So
do you have
the conspiracy here. Yeah, I've got it. But
let me share.
Because this is like someone else now. So I'm not trying to blurt someone out. You know what I'm saying? But let me see if I can get permission, bro. Let me see if I can do that. But
all right, no worries. Get permission. Whilst you're doing that, guys, this is vile, man. Look at this. I got muted for 1 day. Honestly, I'm gonna start murking guys in this game now, yeah? I got muted 3 times, 3 different reports. Flipping out. This guy definitely jumped on his farm and started reporting my link, yeah? I'm gonna speak to support about this. I'm gonna flame support a little bit because it's a bit mad, yeah? I don't appreciate getting muted for sharing a link. Deserved mute for real, says Turbo. This shite is regular. Welcome to Mute Gang. Listen, man, I'm gonna start murking guys now, man. It's especially this English 14 chat, man. This English 14 chat, they're getting it, man. We're paid for fire camp member. Doesn't want her T4 kills seem a bit sketchy. Okay, okay. We did not reach out to Fire and Earth first. They reached out to us first, informed us about Water, creating a group chat with them.
There's a few pictures, but I'm gonna send them as I get them, right?
Okay.
So that's the first one there. So you see where Nene came on, and then Fire, even Fire, like the guys that are not obviously supporting Water Camp. Let me be clear, you guys, when you say something, you need to back it up. When you say stuff like we don't support, we don't advocate to these certain things because we don't want to put a bad light, bro, don't come on a stream and talk like you're top shot, but in reality, like we have images of you trying to backdoor everything. All right. So let me start sending them pictures through, and then you can start sharing to the whole chat. You got a lot of views here. Well,
No
all
problem.
this is gonna come clear, bro.
No problem, no problem. Here's a screenshot I got from Nene. So I'm just gonna share that while you're doing your thing.
Yeah.
So Nene's saying, we did not reach out to Fire and Earth first. They reached out first and informed us about Water, creating a group chat with them. A council member from Fire leadership messaging our members saying the same thing. So this is someone from Fire's leadership messaging Windcamp, and this is the message. I'm gonna show you guys on stream. This is the message. Quickly just share it. So this is the coalition that was made. Tomorrow Water Camp will betray you guys at 13 UTC. Not sure how true this is, but my pilot's friends with this guy who's the king of 3365. Okay, cool. So 3365 is back in. And then Nene's saying that guy is spreading info about Water betraying us without proof when I asked for one. So I don't take his word. So Nene is actually giving Water the benefit of the doubt and saying, you know what? We need proof of these guys trying to betray us, because he's just spreading information, right? He's just spreading some misinformation. All right. Champ said, so we're gonna ask to attack them if they didn't give us star. So they went to other camp in case they got attacked. We weren't outnumbered. How's that bad again?
So I just sent you another one, right? This one's a killer as well. This one's a killer. So
okay.
You can see from the timestamp, right? You can literally see from the timestamp, they already preemptively have planned to reach out to these kingdoms because they thought we were going to betray them, right?
Yeah.
So, quote unquote, we're going to betray them because we've questioned them about the discrepancy about DKP. Look at it. Look at the timestamp, bro. So they were already approaching for support, like when we approached them about the DKP discrepancy. Like,
yeah, but Nene's claim is we didn't actually approach these guys. They approached us and told us about you guys making group chats to betray them. So the group chats were there first.
Check the screenshot.
It's there. It's on the screen. Let me just read it. Seems to be the case for now. Only 2 kingdoms from Fire isn't with us. Camp leader and 4 other kingdoms are with us. I don't know if Fire will help. Probably stay neutral. There's no plan B for 3v1. At least they won't help Water. That's already good enough. Yes, no plan B for 3v1. Just wait until their downtime. I don't understand, bro. Give me some context, man. What's happening here?
So, alright. So, again, when I found out about all this, all these so-called evidence, proof, or speculation, or gossip, whatever, right? We already started sending like heated questions, right? Like, we're trying to confront them. What's going on with the DKP? How are these obtained? And we feel there's a speculation of manipulation, yada yada yada. Every time we've asked them, again, they didn't respond. Instead, they're saying that we did it. But if we did it, our dead stats, everything would be a lot higher. You know what I'm saying? And then furthermore, if you look at the timestamps, all these messages, right? Obviously, you're saying that to you, you're reading it like, mutually. But in my opinion, that in itself is quite biased because these timestamps relate to when I've obviously actioned my thing. You know what I'm saying? Where I've confronted them, and instead of like trying to deal with it, they've approached other camps, right? To kind of like be cohesive with them, but little do they know that they've been mistreating everybody in Lost Kingdom chat, literally completely toxic.
Bro, a couple of guys are calling you a liar. I'm not gonna lie, bro. They're showing me this screenshot, and they're saying that you guys have reached out to Fire and asked for 1v3 against Wind, and this happened during Kingsland. So this is like it said during Kingsland. So that, like during like the fighting during Kingsland, if that makes sense. Like wait, let me just that doesn't make sense. 1 second. This was during KVK fights, Kingsland fight, not like yesterday, like he said. So this wasn't even yesterday. This was during the fighting. You guys have already approached Fire and asked to 1v3 Wind. I'm getting mixed signals now. Like, what's going on?
Hold on, let me read it. Oh, right. So yeah, so this is basically, obviously, I'm not aware of this message, right? I don't know where this message is even sent, but the relevance is when I've approached Water regarding about the DKP issue, right, and all that stuff. Obviously, alongside with the the disrespect one, right, which is obviously important, but not as important as the overall. We've actually approached Fire for a peace treaty because Kingsland was basically ended within the first 5 hours. And then when obviously in this situation, we was like talking to Fire. So RJ, this is CJ, RJ, King, whatever, right? We've said, look, this is the situation. We presented this and we found out this. Now we can either go together and fight and claim what we think is right because we don't want to lose to
So this was
Water
during the
unfairly.
discussion with you guys. So
This is when it was happening all at the same time with Water, literally at the same time.
okay. So this is
obviously, so I've approached them. I've literally approached them, and 16F the Alliance. I believe they're holding coalition lead right now. So 16F, I think is ILE or his name, or Scorpion. They are aware of this. I've got screenshots talking to the King as well, so Scorpion and whatnot, right? I even said to them, this is the situation. What we're gonna do? We're gonna go for the star, right? Because we believe that stats were manipulated and there was like malicious intent to gain the star rather than doing it through a genuine situation where you're doing it like in a normal way, no ordinary fashion. Whereas they went like they were kind of doing it in a weird way, right? So obviously I've approached Fire and Earth Camp to say, look, this is the situation. Now we're gonna fight them. If you join us, then obviously things are gonna be easier. If you don't join us, that's all cool. We're gonna fight anyway. Like literally, we're gonna fight regardless. So when you're saying you've got mixed feelings about this, this image doesn't really prove that they were gonna betray anyone because we fought them. Do you know what I'm saying? This is only like them supporting the cause. So same way how half of the other Fire Camp is supporting Wind Camp, it's the same thing. I don't think Fire Camp's in the wrong. Both parties are not wrong. We're not even discussing about Fire Camp here. Like, all we're trying to discuss is these guys.
You kind of lost me now, man. But you said you found something out yesterday, and this screenshot is 2 days ago, and like you guys have already reached out to them 2 days ago before you found out about the thing yesterday.
Bro, RJ is from Vietnam. That's a time zone difference, bro. Everything's yesterday.
Everything's yesterday. So even though
literally everything was yesterday. Everything.
All right, I'm gonna have to take your word. I'm gonna have to take your word on that.
No, bro. There's so many Vietnamese people in the chat. Come on, bro. There's 7 hour difference, bro.
I know, man. I know, but like, I know what you're trying to say. I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
But obviously, I'm just trying to piece things together, right? Okay, no problem.
There's no two ways about it, bro. Look. We don't appreciate what Win did. So we've got people on our side, and some people agree, some people don't. The people that agreed are fighting with us right now. There's no two ways about it. Like, you know what I mean? There's nothing to hide. There's nothing to like cover. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think?
Fighting with us is they're believing in the cause.
What do you think about 3227's history of betrayal, though, man? Does that is that part of this whole saga, or is it like it's a separate incident?
So,
we shouldn't mention it again. What do you think about that?
Let me be clear about this one. Yeah, everything that we've done as a camp, Water Camp, is kind of like I represent it, so I take full liability and responsibility for the situation. Like,
okay. So you're the lead, basically, yeah.
Yeah. So because the thing, the situation here, everybody wants to kind of like hide their face or protect their face, right? Whereas me, I believe the truth prevails. That simple as that, bro. There's nothing to hide. There's nothing to cover. You know what I mean? things be real. That's it. If you do data, you will know that data is manipulated 110%. And the fact that Nene, as a camp leader, who obviously is in Diplo, you should have more experience with in regards when someone has situation where they're trying to push for a third party data scanner and then obviously a public scanner. Like if we're pushing for something that's public, that shouldn't cost you any money anyway, you know. And obviously it's secure for every single party. Now terms and services and terms and conditions when we enter a KVK is pretty straightforward, you know what I'm saying. And if people cannot agree to the terms, and we as the opposing, you know, proposer, we're offering something else and you decline that, who's in the right and who's in the wrong?
What did you guys offer? What is it? Just a, yeah, but bro, look, the whole stats thing. I don't think it's kind of valid. It kind of like comes back after you guys find some of these things. I don't think like because you guys agreed to it. You know, you guys did agree to the stats being handled in their thing. It was public. You know, everybody can basically see it. Anything that happens, it's basically clear. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it should be brought back to the argument like as a solid way to say, yo, these guys 100% manipulated everything. Our suspicion is correct. Our diplomacy is sour now. Let's kick them out. Let's start forming teams. You know, let's start basically planning for the betrayal. You know.
But you're attacking it from one angle though. Like it's multiple. I see
your point. I 100% see your point.
You're making a valid point in terms of the DKP. That can't be the sole reason why we as a camp or me have chosen to lead the camp in the way it has been led. It's more like it's more of a multiple layer of things. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, for example, they've refused to share certain rewards in the early stage of zone pass 4. You know, they were quite difficult to kind of like converse with. In general, you know, we feel like everything adding up, and obviously everything like kind of been found yesterday. Sorry, not yesterday, but like yesterday in general, like yesterday or less than 24 hours, right? Like it's the reason why we had to make a sudden action today. It's not like you can't say you can't start planning this. We didn't plan this. You know what I'm saying? So the word planning, I think, is a bit too extreme. This was literally done today, like several hours ago. You know what I'm saying? Things are just open, bro. This wasn't planned. This wasn't planned at all.
Is there any plans for reconciliation, my brother? You think this could have been a misunderstanding? Any peace in the way?
And offered them that.
Okay.
The way Nene and Samuel and Marcos, I don't know positions in their camp. So these 3 particular leaders within the water and wind diplomacy chat, right? A shared chat between the allies, right?
Yeah.
They said you have no proof, so we are going to fight if you want to fight. That's literally their comeback. And again, I'm not in that Discord because it belongs to them, so they've kicked me from it. So when this stream ends or whenever you decide to finish it, you can go back to the message. You will see, as much as them trying to victimize and play victim here, they tried to show they're the big dogs. So
you showed them what's good, yeah. You showed them.
Go dog it out.
You showed them what time it is. You showed them what time it is.
Don't try and come to my watch, bro, and tell me what time it is, bro. Because I will tell you what time it is, bro. It's 12 o'clock. You're about to go down, cuz.
Okay. You showed them what time it is. All right, then, no worries, man. Bro. I'm not gonna egg this on. I can't just egg this on anymore. But listen, it's been a pleasure. Listen, thank you so much for coming on, explaining your side of the story. A lot of kingdoms don't do that. A lot of camps shy away. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I spoke to 3227's leader, and he was being a bit like, "I've already shared everything in Lost Kingdom chat. I don't need to share anything anymore." I kind of felt some type of way. You know, some kingdoms do like to hide things to basically not get their betrayal exposed. But you've come on. You've said your piece. You said your side. Obviously, this situation is slightly a bit more complicated. I think it could have been handled a little bit differently, obviously, but the way I deal with diplomacy is a bit different. But I'm going to look through the proof properly. Please send me the streams that you're talking about of them. You're claiming that they're farming. And obviously, if I need any more questions before I even make a video, I'll message you, and I'll obviously get more information from you. I'll message you and message Nene. I'll get more information from Nene.
Come on.
Chat, what do you guys think? What do you guys think, chat? Who are we siding with? Are we siding with wind? Are we siding with water? Is this a complex situation? Do we think Earth is going to do a double betrayal? Like, what's going on? How's the situation looking? Even Schmuck don't believe this BS. No, listen, I'm trying to be as non-biased as possible, man. I've been accused of being biased twice now in 2 previous streams. But I'm trying my best to sort of like, because right now I've only opened up these screenshots. I'm only seeing things. My perspective can change, you know. My perspective can change. I always, and I have to say this, I always feel sorry for those who win DKP and get betrayed. So I always have a soft spot for Wind right now because they worked really hard. I could tell they did a lot to basically defend themselves and fight and clear out one of the stronger camps. So I've always got a soft spot for them, 100%. I have to agree with that. So that's why I'm a bit more like on the offensive towards Water, because they're going to get the start at the end of the day. So I might as well get as much information as I can from them. But yeah, listen, my bro, it's been a pleasure, man. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much,
Likewise,
my bro.
Stay
AJ, man,
blessed,
listen.
my bro. Yo, bless up, chat, man.
Take it easy, man. Take it easy, guys. I was AJ from Water Camp. Take it easy, my brother. Take it easy. See you, man.
One love, my bro. One love, one love.
Chat, what we thinking? Watch the stream. He was talking about, yeah, I'm gonna definitely watch it. If you think farm DKP shouldn't be done, then I'm sure the winner did that. Now I'm siding a bit with Water because many kingdoms still zone 5 farm DKP, says Gabby. Yep, informed Wind of betrayal being planned against them. Ask for the stream he was talking about. Yeah, I've asked him. He's gonna send it to me. Well, this stream chat is cooked. Ignore Earth leaked their own Discord directly stating they were manipulating DKP. Hello friend, what's going on, Athena? Water's floundering for a reason, you could say. Schmuck, I don't know, man. I think, look, what the hell is this music? 1 second, guys, 1 second. What is playing in this behind the scene? Look, I think look, guys, if you want my honest opinion, at the very end, I don't think Win should have said, if basically fight us for it. I think there should have still been some discussions. Honestly, it could have been ended in a more peaceful way. Obviously, I think maybe Water was coming off with some like serious accusations. It's very easy to get heated in these diplomacy chat. You're like kind of looking down on kingdoms when you're talking to them, or it feels that way at least. And I think Water came off that vibe of, yo, you guys, look, with these screenshots, what you guys on about? They were heated. Wind is obviously like, no, we shared everything with you guys. What are you guys on about? And then, you know, a lot of back and forth. I don't think there would have been a viable solution to that. I'm not going to lie. I think Water has already made up their decision once they saw those screenshots to fight them. Personally, that's what I believe. I don't think there would have been any middle ground in that situation. Because there's no way Water, within that time frame, can prove that Wind can or has been DKP farming. Only some screenshots of some leaders like basically saying, yo, we should basically make sure our DKP is on point. I think they've already decided, look, we're gonna just basically fight it. If there's no agreement where we could basically get the start. Honestly, I think there's no way to, like, what can you say? What can you say if you were Wind? And I think Wind was like offended and was like, yo, we didn't do any of these things. We have the stats. Here they are. You can't prove anything. If you have proof, show it to us. And it's like a stalemate. And eventually, it got heated to the point where Wind was like, all right. As you see, he said, he showed them what time it is, you know? He's like, yo, what? You going to threaten us? We're going to fight, you know? Let's wait for the TKC ticket to be finalized. Listen, my brother Spring, no offense to TKC, but I don't know, man. Let's hope they investigate this properly, you know? Some of these guys, let me not say anything. Let me not speak on anything. Let's wait for TKC. Let's see what they say. I don't think Water cares too much about what happened. So maybe Wind will get the betrayal tag. Sorry, Water will get the betrayal tag. As I've already spoken to the guy from Water, AJ, he said he doesn't really care. It's just opinions flying around. So they might not even come up to defend themselves. And I don't think TKC is going to watch this stream, you know? It was probably cooked when Wind didn't try to defend the accusations and said, F you, come fight us. Fire camp got destroyed by Water in every zone. I think straight up DKP system is broken. It discourages victories early fights. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. People will find loopholes in DKP. You can farm DKP and it's just the name of the game, you know? And there will be camps, guys. Please don't get offended. But there will be camps who will always say and always look out for their best interest and try to say, let's try get as much DKP as possible to get the star. That's a standard. That's not betrayal. Unless they are purposely, and you can maybe take screenshots of them sending waste, like dead rallies, and like purposely, it's very clear when you see someone's manipulating data. Take a screenshot of that. Unless you could take those screenshots and be like, all right, they're actually doing it, you can't claim that they betrayed, or you can't claim that they manipulated, you know, because people will make mistakes in the field. You have the wrong garrison every now and then. Fire camp is the weakest, still doesn't mean war is innocent of anything. Yeah. Still 200 billion DKP behind war and stats. Listen, guys, obviously, I'm not going to conclude my opinion. I'm not going to say this guy betrayed, that guy betrayed. I think it wouldn't be fair for me. I need to see everything. You know, I need to see everything. And once I've seen everything, I'll make drama of the week. I'll make my conclusion, you know? I'll make my conclusion. But yo, guys, it's been a good stream regardless. We had 3 camps. We still didn't hear from Earth. I think they're Vietnamese. I don't think they've got to say anything, really. I mean, what are they going to say? But we heard from the important camps. We heard from Fire why half of them is fighting Wind, why half of them is fighting Earth, and why some of them are just not joining the fight. We heard from Water's side. And we heard from Nene from Wind's side. She has all the screenshots. She did submit a ticket to say that there's a betrayal going on. So hopefully we get to the bottom of the story, and then I can maybe give you guys an update on drama of the week. Guys, if you enjoyed the stream so far, I do a lot of these streams where obviously I'm covering a lot of drama, a lot of betrayals, trying to find justice for some of these kingdoms. Do subscribe. Don't be a waste man. Come on, guys. I spent 2 hours trying to give you guys the truth. The least you can do is click 1 button for me, yeah? Or click 2 buttons. Click the like as well. There's 100 people watching, only 68 likes. The least you could do is click that subscribe, click the like. Obviously, if I make content in the future you guys don't like, you can click that unsubscribe anytime. You know, it's not the end of the world, guys, yeah? But it does help me out if you guys click subscribe, you know, like the video, all that stuff, all that jazz. It does support me out, you know, makes me happy. You know, makes me like, yo, people are watching me. You know, that dopamine effect? Just give me that dopamine effect. That's what I'm asking you guys for, okay? I'm giving you guys dopamine effect. You give me a dopamine effect, you know? But yeah, I do make drama of the week, guys, and I'm doing a 20 billion kill point journey series. So if you guys are into that as well, I appreciate that. But listen, guys, thanks for coming on, saying your piece. Listen, it's been a very nice chat so far. I've seen worse chats when it comes to these betrayals. You guys have been kind of civil. I'm gonna bounce. Yeah, I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna go eat some food. My wife's been waiting for me. She's waiting to feed me, you know? I need to go eat. Yeah, I don't want no cold soup. I need to eat some soup, guys. Okay? Let me go enjoy my soup. When Fire had passed, all they did is stand, watch, push aside. Alright. Thanks for the dopamine, shmut. No worries, my brother Crack, man. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Take it easy, guys. Take it easy. Take it easy. I'll see you guys on the other side. You guys can have your little argument. I'm gonna end the stream, yeah?